So we just saw Halloween.
Do 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 do.
I think that's something else. That's another thing.
Yeah. I had the beat earlier, but we were talking about something else.
That's true.
So, okay. How brave of Blumhouse to greenlight a sequel 40 years in the making.
That's true.
Literally leaving us on that cliffhanger of, oh, did Laurie live a happy life in the first movie? Did Michael ever get treatment? Did jackasses from Europe become obsessed with him and make a podcast about him? Just all the questions I needed to know when I first watched the first Halloween, which was about 20 years old when I first watched it. And I definitely didn't see any other Halloween from then till now.
That's true.
There was no more.
They were all
according to this movie.
Including Busta Rhymes saying trick or treat, motherfucker.
Oh, Busta Rhymes.
I think that's who it was.
So if you don't know, they decided, Blumhouse and Maxis and whoever, everybody decided, oh, this is actually a sequel to the first Halloween and no other Halloween happened. So get fucked if you liked any of those. Which, to be fair, maybe you shouldn't. The second one's okay. The third one's kind of getting on long in the tooth, and all the rest are kind of why. And then this is the third or fourth one that's named just Halloween. Because there's the first one of Halloween. Then they try to reboot themselves.
Yeah.
Then they came out like 4 years later with a Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah. Which was terrible.
Which was not great. And now, so yeah, I think this is the fourth Halloween. Just called Halloween.
Yeah.
So figure that one out, scholars. Literally, when I looked up the showtimes for this movie, I looked up Halloween showtimes. I clicked the first link. It took me to the 1978 movie being shown in Virginia next week.
You didn't
on the 31st.
You didn't look up the location, though?
I thought my location was on, but it wasn't. But anyway, so yeah. So this is confusing as all hell. Fortunately, this movie, not confusing at all, very straightforward.
Yes.
It is very much a 1978 Halloween movie. It is very straightforward. The killer doesn't need some contrived black plot.
Yeah.
You don't need to know every little detail about his cursed knife and that one time that he ate an apple and it turned him into a god with lightning. These are all things I'm just making up.
Okay, that's true.
This was very much just, this guy's fucking nuts.
Yes.
And he wants to kill people.
And he doesn't want to talk to you because fuck off.
He doesn't talk. And that scares people, but also makes people fascinated. Because now, maybe he's a brilliant mind underneath that killer. That guy who killed 7 people. So for 40 years, we've been studying him.
Would that be considered spoilers?
No, that's in the trailers.
Oh.
I'm not going to spoil anything that's like not in the trailers.
Okay, that's true.
That's literally like it. If you watched all the trailers.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
This was a rare time where I watched trailers, not because I wanted to, but because they just happened to be on.
Yeah.
So I gathered that it's podcasters trying to find this. I thought they were gonna, based on the promotion of the movie, I thought they were gonna be a big part of the movie.
True.
I thought they were going to be like following him and knowing his pattern and then trying to help Laurie.
Yeah.
But no, they're just, they're a plot point, but they are not the main plot.
Right.
Which I think thank God for that, because I could not deal with, these guys looked like they were probably 40. And they did a great job.
Yeah.
But they were 40-year-olds playing podcasters written by like some jackass in a business room that thinks he knows what like journalists would sound like.
But you know this was written by, who was it? The guy from Pineapple Express.
Yeah? Do you think he knows how to do podcast speak?
Probably not.
No, he did not.
He knows how to do comedy, though.
He did know how to do comedy. There was a good amount of times that we laughed our asses off, and I felt really bad because this movie was supposed to be scary.
Yes.
And there were some young kids who were clearly like sneaking in, like maybe they were just barely 17, or they were younger and sneaking in. And by kids, I mean they were clearly teenagers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this movie's hilarious. I have seen some terrifying movies. Last Shift. Some other one, Alien, obviously.
Yeah.
This movie was not one of those. This movie was very much a old-ass slasher.
Yeah.
Where it's just,
which we haven't
let's get to the next part of stabby, 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 stabby.
Unless you've seen The Strangers, I think, Pray at Night, then yeah.
Yeah. And I have not seen a slasher in a long time, like a good one.
Yeah,
I've seen a
true.
bunch of crappy Netflix ones. This was a good one.
Yeah.
It had very little downtime. It was very much like beat to beat to beat. I'll say the worst parts were probably with Allison, the granddaughter of the girl who lived Lori. Literally, she's like, that's her whole character now. She was the woman who lived, and it paranoid her life.
Yeah.
And guess what? She was right.
And then, I find it crazy how the daughter of Lori basically just, was she by Judy Greer?
I don't remember. We just looked at the credits, and I already don't remember.
I mean,
I couldn't read the credits. I had to go to the bathroom real bad. That was your job.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But the bad thing about it, though, is I thought the mom of Allison, I thought she was just, Mom, what bus? What are you talking about?
She's like, she's purposefully ignoring stuff. Like, the news is screaming, Michael Myers is on the prowl.
And she just like
run
says, no.
away.
She just like, nope.
To be fair, it doesn't say Michael Myers, but
she just says people inmates on bus have escaped, and she's just like, well, I'm gonna
cook dinner for my family of guy who is well-meaning but kind of like oversharing. He's a little dummy, but he seems like a good guy.
He's like the father of every TV sitcom.
So I went to be one of 3 things I saw in this movie that I was like, okay, really? So one, Allison, who is the granddaughter, is supposed to be in the National Honor Society. She's supposed to be super smart. She's supposed to be super smart. They have a scene where she's at her desk.
Right.
Not only is she in the back row, which, she's in high school, so maybe she doesn't get to pick the seat like we did in college.
Right.
Everyone has like at least a textbook and a binder and maybe a second binder. Some kids had 2 textbooks.
And she's going like,
she has the flimsiest little folder and she's chewing on her pen like she's given up.
Yeah,
I've determined that she doesn't. She thinks
she's in law. She's in La La Land, just like saying, hey, look,
and she sees her grandma and is like,
oh,
hi, Grandma. And then she gets money from her grandma, and she's like, I don't want to use it. I'll use it for college. I'm going to be a sensible person.
And she says, forget
college.
Second
thing, no one in this movie seems to understand trauma.
Yeah.
Because, 40 years ago, it happened 40 years ago. Grandma got all of her friends killed. It was traumatizing, blah, blah, blah. Did you see what she did to me as her daughter? This is the second thing.
Yeah.
So the second thing is nobody knows how to deal with trauma. So every time Lori's trauma like bubbles to the surface, everyone's like, "Shut the fuck up! Go away! We hate you! You need help!" And we're not talking. They're talking to her like she's a drug addict.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like not like they want to help her, but like they want her to just go away and get help from somebody else.
Right.
I understand if you and Lori.
Yeah.
Is like.
She's only
fucked up.
She's only like a smart person.
Allison is like trying but failing, and she fails pretty hard a couple times. Literally, when they have their first interaction in the movie, she fails really hard. I wanted to be like, all right, let me watch this bitch get stabbed.
Yeah.
But then later she like kind of redeems it. It's clear that she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
And
at least she comforts Grandma, and she just says it's okay.
Eventually. And the third thing, and I kind of let this slip.
Yeah.
So see, I said how like, oh, nobody knows how to deal with trauma in this movie.
Right.
They're all kind of just bitchy and wanting her to go away.
Right.
Third thing I noticed in this movie was nobody seems to like care that this happened. Like the only people who care are people who are like fascinated and want to know more.
Yeah.
Nobody is like, hey, Mom, maybe we should have moved away.
From an area where there was a mental institution where a person tried to kill you. Maybe we should get away.
Yeah. And something else I want to bring up when we get to spoilers. Anyways, what did you think of like overall movie structure? Nothing like too spoilery.
Well,
and then we'll get.
I kind of thought I do like how when like beats like say just character development, like say characters are introduced. Okay, we got to this point. Okay, now we need to go to point B where blah 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 happens, and then go to this. I like the way how it flows.
It flows real well.
And I just like the fact that it didn't decide like have any stupid like nonsense, like just like say, oh hey, there's this person that's from California that then says like, Michael Myers, I'm on my way. I'm gonna help save the day.
Yeah, that was nice. I was afraid that was gonna happen based on the based on some of the trailers. That's what I thought the podcasters were gonna be.
That
I
they're
thought
gonna be the
the
savior.
podcasters were gonna try to be saviors and get their asses killed, but they don't do either. They don't do that.
Spoiler.
A little bit spoiler. They do not save the day.
Nah.
Anyway, so we're gonna start spoilers now.
Okay.
So I'll give you 3, 2, 1.
1. Go.
So
I thought the boyfriend
Lore-
was sorry.
yeah, okay, real quick. Laurie exists in this movie to be like, is a really developed character, and she exists to kind of pass the torch off to Allison, her grandkid.
Yeah.
Who is literally only in this movie to be the driving catalyst of let's get Michael to Laurie
Yeah.
now.
Right.
She's doing nothing the whole movie. You have
Yeah.
to deal with all of her innate high school dipshit bullshit, and you stick around because you're like, oh, that guy's gonna get it, that girl's gonna get it, that guy's gonna get it, and you're expecting her to like have to deal with Michael,
Yeah.
and then find Grandma and get saved, and then have
Right.
to save Grandma, but that doesn't happen. She just kind of is around, and she gets her name yelled a lot.
I gotta say my favorite kill is I love the tubby flamboyant
Oh,
friend
yeah,
who
yeah.
gets killed by
The friend zoned guy.
He gets killed by. This is amazing though. He just thinks that he ends up getting too drunk, hits on.
He's just blaming that because he doesn't want to be in trouble. But go
He gets
ahead.
him blaming Allison, and then he's like, "Look, Allison, come back!" And then Michael shows up and he thinks it's just some neighbor, and just like, "Oh," and then the motion tech lights keep on changing. It does that thing where you feel like, "Oh, Michael's just gonna show up. He's gonna keep on showing up as lights show up."
Mhm.
But I mean, we both expected that to happen.
Yeah, because it's very much, it takes a lot of beats from the original, which it should. I guess.
But then immediately he gets stabbed and then he thought, oh fuck, I gotta run away. And then he ends up getting stabbed through the mouth, through the guard
iron
fist of the cemetery.
Yeah, that guy got it pretty hard.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things was there's a kill in this of some random jackass. I don't barely remember his name, but he shows up to a babysitter who is friends with Allison.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He's gonna get some, and then Michael makes it so he doesn't, and he literally goes. It cuts from, all right, I'm gonna go get this guy. The boyfriend's like, I'm gonna get this guy. It cuts to they find his body, and he got it really hard.
He got stabbed in the back of the neck.
He is hanging on the wall by being stabbed through the neck. Michael gave that to that guy really a lot harder than anyone else.
How did he get that big of a knife?
I mean, he brought the knife. Did you not see?
I know he saw that.
I kept whispering, bigger knife. Because they show Michael
Yeah.
getting a knife from some random woman. He, like, beats a woman with a hammer, then takes her kitchen knife, walks out into the road, walks into a house, stabs a lady, then it cuts to this next scene where he then kills a babysitter.
Yeah.
That babysitter's boyfriend picks up a bigger knife that the babysitter was cutting earlier. And every time they showed this knife, because it was obviously going to be a MacGuffin.
Yeah.
This was obviously going to be the knife.
Yeah.
Every time I saw it, I was like, bigger knife. Just every time. I'm a child, and I can't watch horror movies without being a child. So every time I saw the knife, I was like, bigger knife. Like, I knew, I was like, oh, use bigger knife and then get killed.
I
Idiot.
didn't know the one thing I thought was kind of annoying. I thought, like, say, okay, Allison's boyfriend, he's a total douche. Like, there's a scene where he just thinks, like, oh, we're gonna get that? Are you gonna get that? And then he just throws her phone in some pudding.
Yeah, because
Dude, that's not
because
gonna do anything. It's just pudding. It doesn't have any water.
I mean, it could fuck up your phone, but he's also just being a dick.
Yeah.
But he's being a
He's
dick
just-
because he got caught kissing another girl.
Well, but
and
then
instead
again,
of trying the thing of, oh,
look,
man, she kissed me. It's not my fault. Go hate her. Instead, he's like, no, she just whispered in my ear. I didn't cheat on you.
Well, I had my lips close to her face.
On her lips.
Yeah.
And my tongue went down the throat, and I totally whispered, I'm going to get some from you. And then he threw her phone in pudding.
Yeah.
Because he's a dick.
And you can still hear it ringing through the pudding.
Yeah. And you know it's Grandma calling, like, you're about to die. You need to get here.
Yeah.
Although
I gotta say one of the dumber things though I had to say though was the fact that, I mean, although I do like the kill, was the at first I thought, like, since, like, how did the car mechanic die?
He just beat him to death.
He just
punched
beat
him. You
he
could
punched
see him
him in the
that's
face.
something I really liked about the first half of this movie.
Yeah.
They stopped doing it when Michael gets the mask.
Yeah.
But when Michael doesn't have the mask,
Yeah.
spoiler, he doesn't have the mask for a bit.
Yeah.
He's the most... You see him in, like, the background of scenes. You see him through windows as other characters are doing shit.
Right.
So, like, the podcaster dude walks up to the thing. hey, I need to pay for or no, the woman walks up and is like, I need to use the loo because
because
I'm
she's
British. Loo, please. And the guy's like, and you can see back through the window just Michael holding a guy down, just going, bah.
I didn't see that, don't it?
He does. It's like so many scenes of him doing that. If you're like watching in the background, you can see Michael dressed all in white because he's in insane asylum clothes, just killing somebody, and nobody notices because Michael's like the best killer apparently. Because nobody can hear anything unless it's plot relevant. The only reason that Allison hears her chubby friend-zoned friend.
Because he screams like his stuff is screaming,
wrong. But the only reason she hears him is for plot reasons.
Yeah.
Because he's killed tons of people screaming, help! And no one heard. No one cared.
I don't think she even cared about her best friend. The best friend they got.
I don't think she knows. Because she doesn't get to that house, remember?
That's true, yeah, she didn't.
Those people get killed, and then before Allison can go there to smoke weed and be a bad babysitter,
I like that.
she gets interrupted by Michael Myers. So the next movie's going to start with her going like, oh, right, all of my friends are dead except for this one guy who cheated on me. That's no good.
I like the fact that the little babysitter kid, he basically says like,
the kid being babysat, he's like real sassy, but
he's like said, yeah, I know you're gonna smoke weed. I know you're gonna smoke weed.
Yeah, it's like you smoking weed, being a bad person, and I'm gonna tell my mama. And because he's black and he's like stereotypical black, but like,
but funny.
It's a little fun because it's a slasher movie. I like that he gets out. I'm sad they don't like. I was kind of expecting him to be like found by the sheriff chasing Michael at the house, and he would say like, some big guy in a mask did it, and the sheriff going, I know, child, I know.
Although the one thing, even though I know Michael's killed in the other later movies, but then this movie doesn't
care about those.
Yeah, but
except to make references to them.
But the one thing I felt like, okay, Michael's not gonna kill the baby. He's not gonna kill the baby. But I thought
it was close. I was like, we're about to watch straight up baby murder.
And I thought, okay, you kill a kid, okay, that's one, but don't kill babies.
Yeah, I mean, he only kills teenagers and adults.
Wait, was the kid with the dad, was he a teenager or was he a kid?
He doesn't kill that.
Yeah, he pushed his head through the car.
He does kill that kid. I forgot that child. I remember, I was thinking of black kid who doesn't die.
Yeah.
You're talking about white kid who dies really hard and just wants to dance. That kid wants to dance and hunt with his dad on the weekends.
Yes.
And he gets killed for it.
Yeah.
Well, he gets killed because his dad, who looks like he's a grandpa, drags him to go
in the middle of the night.
And then, like, they're going hunting on a weekday. Is what I got from that.
Yeah.
From that whole discussion was, this is a weekday and we're going hunting and I'm missing dance class.
Although I think the film, it started amazingly.
It starts real good.
Yeah,
I got it.
With the whole, like, say, the podcaster guy who's gruff and beard, and he's just like saying, look, Michael, I got the mask, man.
And Michael just doing nothing. Yeah, he's like, react somehow, do something.
And then everyone's going crazy, like saying, and then everyone's going,
yeah, that goes back to, I kind of said it a little bit earlier, but like, this movie doesn't consider the other ones canon. It's a sequel to the first movie, except when they can make a cheeky reference.
Right.
So when he's pulling out the mask, it seems like the mask has magic energy and turns all the crazy people into more crazy people.
Right.
But it doesn't. It's just a mask.
Yeah, people are just excited because they see something.
Later in the movie, when, just a little bit later than that in the movie, Allison is getting talked to, like, isn't your grandma the sister of Michael Myers? And Allison has to be like, no, that's just people. That's something people made up to make it sound so they could digest it better. Like, it's literally them shitting on, like, not really shitting, but like explaining we are completely retconning all of the past movies.
Yeah.
They have the bit where Michael's psychiatrist doctor goes a little bit crazy because he's been studying Michael his whole life. And he puts on the mask and you're like, oh, you're not crazy. We've already seen that the mask does jack shit.
Right. That's
just a carved up face with some hair.
It's William Shatner face.
It looks like William Shatner face.
What is?
I know, but like the thing is,
it looks like old William Shatner now.
Yeah, it does look like a now William Shatner. But no, like they make reference to like all of the old movies.
Did you notice the reference to Halloween 3 with the haunted the masks, like the skeleton mask?
Oh yeah,
the pumpkin mask.
Yeah, they have like the little kids dressed up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Was the dollhouse in Laurie's house? Was that supposed to be a reference to one of the movies?
Maybe. I think that's supposed to be a reference to one of the movies. One that they burned the house down, and then later they burned the house down that dollhouse is in. So maybe it's supposed to be like, ooh, symbolism.
I mean, do you think Michael's coming back?
Oh yeah, you did this, dude. This movie.
He somehow probably just
Blumhouse. Whether this movie was gonna make money or not, Blumhouse got the license. I'm sure they got it for like more than one movie.
Yeah, they probably.
There's no way. I don't know if you've ever looked at like the politics of making a Blumhouse movie. That guy's like a business mastermind, and like he refuses to give you more than like $5 million.
Yeah.
Before this movie, the highest budget was, I think it was like $12 million.
For what movie?
For Get Out.
Really?
Yeah. It was something I read.
It had the most money?
It had the most money from Blumhouse at the time.
Oh, even more than Happy Death Day?
More than Happy Death Day, which to be fair, Happy Death Day did not have a lot of money. You could kind of feel it, and that's something
true.
that makes the good Blumhouse movies feel really good.
Yeah.
They're limited, they're
Yeah.
smaller, they're focused. This movie flows well because it didn't have an extra $50 million to go blow on a side plot.
Yeah.
So they could drag in all the old actors playing different characters going, you know, when I heard about Michael Myers, they don't pull a Ghostbusters where they pull in all the old guys to come be old on screen.
But then again, I sort of like Ghostbusters 2016.
That's fine, you can like it, but they used an extra like $5 million to pay Bill Murray to show up and sit in a chair slowly. Like that was a waste of your money and my time. I love Bill Murray. Yes. Don't get me wrong. I'd pay $5 million to see him sit slowly in a chair. But I didn't need it in your movie. But this movie doesn't do that. This movie, all of the old people they bring back, because
I'm surprised they didn't
use very well.
I'm surprised they didn't bring back Paul Rudd from the Hitman. He was in one of the Halloween movies.
They could have totally had him show up as like a young cop and be like, "Hey!" and then get killed. But I feel like they didn't want to,
because then that'd be too much humor. Then
that'd be too insider. It's like, look, it's an actor from the old movies that aren't canon in our new movie getting killed again. Like, that's too much.
I think the original in Halloween, like the one that Paul Rudd was in, he didn't die. He basically stopped Michael Myers. In one of the movies, he uses rocks. He uses rocks to stop
I don't
Michael
remember the Halloween movies very well, but I'm going to trust you on that one.
Yes, because that one was...
I don't remember that, but I'm going to give it to you.
That was the last one of Michael Loomis. I mean, Loomis.
Yeah, I guess, I do remember that part. I remember the end of him.
When he goes like...
I remember that.
I got the thorn. I have to live with Michael Myers forever.
Yeah, back when it was a thorn. Jesus Christ. Thank God that didn't come back. They didn't even reference that in this movie. They were like, no, that's dumb. Fuck that. The mask being kind of possessive, sure, we'll let you think that.
We'll let you think that's smart.
Homages to cool costume designs, okay, I like that.
Yeah. I like the fact that
bringing up that dumb plot points from the past movies that aren't canon anymore, that's fine. Don't bring up the worst plot points. You can bring up dumb ones like, oh, was Laurie his sister? She's not. I
still think it was crazy how Michael was able to take so much beating. He kept on...
He's magic. I'm convinced. They're going to make him magic in the second one. I mean,
how did he keep... First he gets shot in the side of his head.
He gets shot in like the shoulder by Laurie.
And then he
disappears. Every time he goes into darkness or the camera's not on him, he just disappears.
And then he gets shot by Laurie's daughter in the head.
That looked more neck. That looked more like neck or like upper. Yeah. Maybe not like a lethal hit, but that was a hit.
But yeah,
he gets his fingers shotgunned off.
But that would slow you down, though.
I mean, he got his fingers shotgunned off, and he didn't seem to care.
Yeah.
He is...
That would have been
the doctor points it out that he is absolutely just a drive to kill.
Yeah.
And they don't understand it.
Yeah. That's basically... I mean, his whole thing is basically he's become Jason.
A little bit, but without outwardly saying he's magic.
Although I kind of like the fact that they showed his face, but at the same time also didn't like the fact that they showed his face.
I liked how they did it because there was no way they were going to get away with it.
Just briefly.
They don't show the whole face. You never really see his eyes. You don't see his forehead. You don't see him. You can see like he has stubble. It's gray. It's white and gray.
He's an old man.
You see that he's a white guy. You kind of see that he has a strong jawline, but you could always assume that from everything about him.
Right.
The thing with it is, for this movie specifically, the fear for me was when the movie started and they show him from the back, that you were just going to see his face all movie.
Right.
Because that's something that they like to do now. That's something that you can't get away with old slasher movies.
Yeah.
Old slasher movies didn't pay their actors well because they didn't show their face.
Right.
Why would we pay you? Your face isn't a valuable
Marketable.
asset.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, we hired this guy. It's a big deal. His
Right.
face is going to be on screen for 75% of the movie. He'll be in full costume for like 15%.
Right.
Like, you see that in every superhero movie. You see that
Yeah.
in the most recent, like, everything. I like that, the little bit of your face you see, it's like in motion. You can't really
Right.
see it. I would not be able to tell you, oh, that's Michael Myers, unless he's wearing the mask and the jumpsuit.
Yeah. I did think, wait, what is wrong with the doctor when he finally decides, like, okay, I need to kill this cop.
Oh, yeah, he kills the sheriff who was the first responder of Michael Myers in the first movie. He kills him so that Michael Myers can live.
You're telling me the same actor from the original movie shows him and just says,
No.
yeah, I know he didn't, but I'm
He's
just
not an
saying.
actor, but it's obviously the same character.
Yeah.
It's supposed to
but
be the same guy who shows up and saves Laurie.
I still don't understand. Why did he kill him? Was he just thinking, like, I wonder
Because
how
he
it
wants-
feels to kill people?
Because at that point, that sheriff
Yeah.
decided, well, Michael is a monster. There's no stopping him. I tried 40 years ago to do it the right way. Now we do it the right way. We
Which
stop
is,
him.
Yeah. And then
And so the doctor's like, well, I want to study Michael more because I'm a crazy person. Woo! And everybody's got this idea that if we bring Michael and Laurie together, they'll make up.
Yeah.
And no one will be crazy anymore. Like, that's everybody's end goal.
But it's not.
Everyone who isn't Laurie, Allison, even Allison and her mom, Laurie's daughter, want her to go say goodbye to Michael. He's going into this different facility. You'll never see him again.
But why
it's
would-
like, sure, maybe, just maybe, you instead decide, oh, I'm gonna make sure my mom doesn't go to see her tormentor and the guy she's like obsessed her life over.
I kept on thinking.
Maybe we do
I
that
kept on
instead.
thinking in the beginning of the movie, okay, Laurie's gonna try and stop the bus, so then.
I thought Laurie was gonna be the one who freed Michael. Then I
Yeah.
thought it was gonna be
But then
the
that would have
doctor.
been. But then that would have been dumb too. That Laurie's the one who causes everything.
I do like that it just happened. Like the doctor doesn't say Michael stopped the bus. He just says
I
there
thought
was an
he did.
accident. No, he says the bus had a malfunction and then Michael took advantage.
Okay.
So after the bus crashes that Michael is on,
Yeah.
then Michael takes advantage and lets everybody escape and escapes himself.
I think if we ran up to the.
Oh yeah, we've gone way too far.
Yeah,
tried
we
to
are
keep this
30
at 10,
minutes,
but
yeah.
this was a good movie.
Yeah,
we talk about other movies and we're like, all right, fuck it.
Yeah.
We talked about Jurassic World and I was like, I don't like that movie.
Yeah.
I think I gave it a better review than I think I gave it like a 6.
And
but I did not deserve that in
Yeah.
hindsight. Anyways,
Yeah.
so Halloween, the 4th Halloween to be called Halloween, the Blumhouse reboot sequel, the soft reboot. What did you've given us your ideas and what you thought. Now give it a number out of a number.
A number out of a number, I'll
Yeah.
give it a 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
I'm going to give this movie a 10.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a 10.
Hang on,
Yeah,
a 10-20
10,
out of
20.
10-31.
10-31.
You get it?
Okay.
Because it's Halloween.
Oh,
it's
yeah, I
10-31,
get it.
And then
Yeah.
no, this movie on a 10 scale, this is like an 8, a 7 or an 8.
Yeah.
It's a great movie to watch. I would actually watch this one again if it came
Yeah.
on Netflix or
Yeah.
if somebody else was like, I wouldn't watch it in theaters again. I don't feel like it would have the same effect.
I mean,
but
none
let's say next year.
I mean, none of
one of
our
our friends went.
Ashley or Kelly wouldn't want to watch this.
No, Kelly loves horror.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kelly, Justin.
Justin.
I could convince Ashley to watch it, especially because I could tell her like this one's not that scary.
She would be saying, "No, Neal, you lied. It's
No,
scary."
it's fine. This one's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
She doesn't like scary stuff mostly because she doesn't like that there's no plot in most horror movies, and to be fair, there's not. This one is like a plot-filled, but it's like a simple plot.
I kind of like the fact that Laurie was a strong character entirely.
She was strong, but you could see that her strengths were also her weaknesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's trained, but she also was like paranoid. She ruined
Also,
she
I'd
ruined
say-
her like family life in order to try to save them, and then
Yeah.
that didn't work.
But at the same time, I didn't like the fact that she was totally
Oh,
going crazy
yeah.
with the NRA.
Before I the whole controversy outside the movie, I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't affect the movie.
No
and it was
problem, I don't
stupid.
care. Yeah.
And that's just
Oh.
people trying to make controversies.
Wait,
More
what?
importantly,
Yeah.
in this movie,
Yeah.
that does affect it. They say that Child Protective Services came and took Laurie's daughter.
There's a flashback.
There's a flashback of her having a bed and food. Like, all that she's doing, quote, wrong is she's teaching her daughter how to shoot guns and fight, and she's, like, telling her that Michael could come for them one day and we need to be ready.
Yeah.
There are people out there who are just doing drugs in the living room and their kids are going hungry, but they get to keep their kids in like real life.
Yeah.
I know you have to have a movie plot for why the mom and grandkid aren't as good as Lori.
Yeah.
But for God's sake, at least do better.
Yeah.
If it had been like Lori was completely like unable to focus on her child and was kind of neglectful, I'd been like, okay. Instead, it's like she's too focused on getting her child to be a badass.
Yeah.
And the child's like, I don't want to be a badass. I was trained to be a badass until I was 12. Now I'm like 40 and I just want to be a housewife and a proud mommy and an unsupportive daughter.
And the father who's basically...
And the dad who's just... He's a dad. He wasn't that bad.
I mean, he was kind of funny. He seemed like the dad you see on the Disney Channel TV shows.
But like it R-rated because he's talking about his penis and stuff. He's an oversharing dad. He doesn't have a boundary.
Oh, darn it, honey. I got peanut butter on my penis.
Yeah, he talks about how he got high. Like, he's inoffensive. Yeah. He's serviceable. He's there. That's nice. He is there. I don't know who the hell knocked up Lori, but... That's true. He doesn't
I don't want to know that, though.
They don't even talk about, like, dad.
Yeah.
I expected that to come up, like, well, you drove dad away.
Yeah.
I expected that to be a plot point, but that never came up.
Yeah.
They just ignored it.
I mean, also, one thing I'm surprised that...
Oh, wait for Halloween 2. Michael Myers is magic and they go live with dad.
I mean, I'm also the thing that I'm surprised didn't happen, like, say... Allison didn't say, like, say... So that's my great-grandfather? Great-uncle?
No, they wouldn't have done that.
I mean, they did say no. That's not... No,
they literally start the movie with saying no.
I mean, I'm just saying that even if they didn't have that in context, they would have probably said, that's your great-uncle.
No. They got really out in front of it because they want you to not confuse the movies. They want you to know that this new strand is going to become its own franchise until he goes to space.
I'm just glad that
and don't worry, he'll go to space. It's Blumhouse.
He'll fight Thanos.
They know how to do space on a budget.
He'll fight Thanos or he'll fight Jason X.
He won't do that. He might go... No, maybe Jason X. Get ready for Blumhouse's new cinematic horror universe where it culminates with Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers and Leatherface.
And Pinhead.
No, Pinhead's out.
Oh.
But nobody cared about him enough.
Oh, darn.
He was slated to be in that one sequel, but then fuck it. Nobody likes him.
Oh, well.
They made that movie bad on purpose and now they canned it.
Wait, which one?
Did you ever see... It was like a 2006 movie, I think, of Hellraiser. It was supposed to be a reboot. It was actually so bad they didn't plan to release it.
I saw the last Pinhead Hellraiser movie, though. Revelations.
No, this is after that.
I know.
They made a terrible movie after Revelations. That, they blame for not bringing back the franchise again. Anyways.
This is too much. We've gone to 32 minutes by now.
Stop the video.